Hey Saggy, what's going on? I love my beautiful Saggies. You ready? We're going to do March 19th to the 26th, 2024. It does encompass the full moon and a lunar eclipse, but I'm doing a separate video for the full moon, guys. So that'll encompass the last week, because that full moon energy is something you could be feeling right now, actually, right? But you'll be feeling it for about a week or so after too. So I'm going to make that full moon video that last week of March, and that will sort of cover us, take us right up into Easter. What's up? It's going to be a fun spring, very eventful with that solar eclipse coming up in early April. If you want to hear more about astronomy and astrology, both tropical or traditional, Western and Vedic, come on over to Patreon. If you come over as a VIP, you get access to every video I drop, which is about 80 videos a month exclusively on Patreon. Every video right there for you. And we also have the rolling special of $10.10 for, you know, the individual signs. If you want just individual signs, $10.10. You get it all unlimited, fresh videos dropping every single week. Last week, I think I dropped like 30 plus videos exclusively for Patreon. I know, but the individual signs are, you're going to get 12 of those every single week. There's no question about that. All right, guys, let's see what we have happening here. Ace of Swords. I love it for you, Saggy. You are the ninth house, the house of good fortune and second chances. What's up? We got some Lovers energy, and Saggy, you know that I am one of you. I don't tell you where, how that's the case, but I got Saggy placements, important ones, very important ones, in both tropical and Vedic. Usually there's about a 24-degree difference. Oh, I didn't realize this was a little bit askew. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I know I've got kind of a new setup here. I think last week's, I was still in my office in the French Quarter. I'm obviously not in the French Quarter right now. Oh, maybe that's not obvious, right? But I'm not there now. I had to travel for work. This is why, actually. Children, right? The past, childhood, children coming through. There's something here about the past. 2 6s coming out in a row. Double 6 is the spirit of love in numerology. So the past could be slowing things down here with a new relationship. There is something coming out. It could be a truth coming out, with that Ace of Swords being that first card. That's a pretty special one. And we've got this energy of a hangman here at the bottom, a reverse hangman. Could be third party. There's something secret here. Oh, you know what? I don't know what's going on. Oh boy. That's funny. Someone could be coming in. They could have some Pisces energy. I don't know. We'll see. 4 of Wands. Somebody slowly moving towards a marriage or a higher level of commitment with another person here. The Devil could have some Capricorn energy. Could also be a fated connection. Someone's holding back a little bit because of this past marriage situation. Yeah, that could be causing some burdens here. Okay, so Saggy, you know, we've been talking about this for a while. Someone here is probably right at that tail end part of getting a divorce, right? So like, or leaving a partnership. However that's happening for you, you could be right at the very end of that cycle. And there could be someone new coming in that's just sort of hanging back, waiting. And the Fool. Well, every time it's come out, I'm just laughing. And when it came out, by the way, if my person here is watching, I'm going to say that's so funny because it came out at 4:07, which is connected to something very interesting, including that July 31, 2022 triple conjunction. What's up, Saggy? We do have either your energy. I don't think so. This is someone else with some fire in their chart. They are looking at this opportunity. They're looking at you. You know, the Ace of Swords is also about getting back together. Like not like you've broken up necessarily, but you just want to come together. It's like travel documents, legal documents of some kind, something to help you get to where you need to go. I think for this opportunity, somebody is looking to have that with you. They feel like there could be some burdens here, and one of them could be this past relationship. It's kind of something that makes a person, whoever this is, it's going to slow down the energy here. But I can tell you that there's going to be a marriage in the future for you with somebody new, if that's what you want. If you are in the midst of that breakup energy, if you are looking for that next big thing in your life, this is literally the year. It's going to be a tough year. I will not lie to you about that because I can't. I am averse to lying for some reason. All right, so there's a lot of this anxiety about this ending that's coming in. There's an ending here coming in. Again, I could see that someone here is in the process of ending a relationship. You may be, you may be filing for divorce, or like you might be in that stage where, people don't realize, we hear the word divorce all the time and it just sounds so simple. Oh, you just get a divorce. It's not simple. It can take years. It can take a lot of negotiation, a lot of money to do that. And the average divorce cost is about $10,000, and that's like literally on the low end, to be honest with you. It can get up as high as 25,000, 30,000. It's expensive to get divorced. And then there's people going, well, I got divorced for like, $5,000. That is awesome. That happened for you. Good for you. That's fantastic. It is a rarity. I'm just going to say, so it's money, it's time, and there's a lot of that negotiation. So to get to what's called a settlement agreement, guys. So once you get to the settlement agreement, then you both have to sign it. That could take a minute. and then it's just a matter of filing it. But once you file that, it's not the end. A judge has to take a look at it and agree with what you've come up with. So there could be another set of back and forth somewhere in there. Hopefully not, though. So I'm thinking that someone here is maybe in that part of it, like sort of waiting for that kind of, let's just make this happen, because there's life to be lived, right? Someone here, whether you're leaving a higher level of commitment or not, someone here is really ready to empress up. There's a lot of happiness here. The ending of one household or one tower, the changeover is going to lead to some kind of massive happiness. Like, I feel like someone's been in like a relationship for a long time, or maybe you had that in the past, where it was just absolute. I don't even know if it was chaos necessarily. It could have been chaotic, but I'm getting more of like you were married to an extremely selfish person, somebody who certainly had narcissism. They may not have had the full-on clinical narcissistic personality disorder, but they had a lot of narcissism there, and you were dealing with that. And I am sorry. Yep, here it is. I knew it. Someone's real worried about it. I don't think it's you. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it's you. I think it's the other party. You might be, the usual, kind of stuff. But eventually this ending is going to happen. Okay, wonderful. Love that. Because I see a toxic situation. I see somebody who maybe had you trapped for a long time. They held back. They were like not sharing money. Maybe they weren't sharing themselves or their feelings. It's so interesting how we can like not realize when people aren't sharing feelings, like actually emoting with us. We hear "I love you," and it can make us feel like that's real. But ultimately you have to sort of like have these discussions with people that show their emotion, show how they feel, can show feelings, and can be present with you in that way. If someone can't discuss their feelings, they're not being present with you, and that can cause a lot of conflict. Yeah, there's just been a lot of delays with a divorce, I think, in particular for someone here. There could be a lot of delays. There's just a struggle. It's a struggle to get to this space of this final ending. There was definitely betrayal in a relationship, I think a past relationship. In terms of this future one that I see coming in for you, that's a fated destiny moment, a person you will likely have a higher level of commitment with in the future. Yeah, someone here feels real stuck. Oh, God. Ugh, I hate that. Here's our energy, Saggy, judgment card. You know why we hate feeling stuck, or why we even feel stuck at all, is because of our aptitude for freedom. Sagittarius loves freedom. I mean, there is nothing better than getting into my own bed by myself. It's nice. It's lovely. I enjoy it. I like the freedom of having alone time, of sleeping by myself, of being by my. It's like nice, right? Of course, we want and need companionship. I'm not saying become a hermit. That's not a Saggy thing, actually. We're very social. Um, and sexual people too. So it's not a denial of any of those things, but I do see here someone is holding on to you in particular, and that could be affecting your destiny. Oh gosh. You know how mad I got when I realized at one point that I allowed a person to affect my destiny? I made the choices, but I was allowing someone else to sort of pull the strings. Sometimes you think you have to do that, or you feel like you're trapped or whatever. I'm telling you right now, never again, never again. That will never happen again. And as I say that will never happen again, I automatically feel like, oh no. I said it all, yeah, but it won't happen again. You know why it won't? Because I will not allow it. And neither will you, Saggy. Neither will you. I think that some of you have really been working on your intuition, really been working on learning to listen to your inner voice. That's really what's going to help change things. I do see an energy here of Pisces coming through pretty strongly. There's Gemini here. There's more Pisces. There's Leo. There's some Taurus energy, Libra energy. So I think there's a lot of different people that are interested coming towards you. All right, now okay. I see some things happening here in the future. Yeah, okay. There you are. You're finally coming out for me. All right. I think some of you are absolutely saying goodbye to that lack mindset, or to anybody who was like a financial abuser. You are heading towards a loving relationship and a marriage, guys. I'm going to show you all this. There's a lot here. But you got 5 of Pentacles. After that, High Priestess. Now that High Priestess can be about delays as well. So somebody, some slow, whatever's delaying things, it could be a person that has Pisces energy. I'm not lying about that. I do know that that's absolutely the case for us. That is our, sort of twin soul energy, is Pisces energy, because of the, like, if you meet somebody and they're not a Pisces, don't freak out about that. They could have Jupiter. If you're a female in feminine energy, or presenting as female, and you want to have a more masculine partner, you got to look for Jupiter in your chart and in theirs. If yours is, say, in the 12th house and theirs is in Pisces, yours is in the 12th house of Sag Ascendant, the 12th house is Scorpio, but 12th house is also Pisces, right? That's the 12th house. But if you're a Sag Ascendant, your 12th house would be in Pisces. And so it's like this beautiful energy. There's some kind of beautiful energy there. If you were to like have that, and the other party has something like, their Jupiter in Pisces, oh my gosh, you guys, that is your person. Okay. That is probably your person. And they may have theirs in a different sign. Their Venus, that would be their future partner. It might be in a different sign, but if it's in the 9th house, if it's in, that's the house of Sagittarius. So it could be you meet through some Mars energy. You meet in the physical. That's what it's about, bringing that person into the physical. Is a Sagittarius energy. That the energy is there, and it would tell me that it would be a Sagittarius ascendant then. If it's in the 9th house, and yeah, so pretty interesting, and Mars was involved somehow. Okay, because that's our physical life. So I do see this unbelievable relationship coming in here, guys. Once you decide to drop that lack mindset or the people that are hurting you, you don't want to be sick anymore. Look at the person next to you and you'll see why. Why am I so sick all the time? Why am I always coughing? Why am I always burping? Why can't I, like, why my joints hurt? Why is all this stuff happening? Well, you're probably losing sleep, number one. And number two, you're in a stressful situation because of another party. When we have partners who are supportive of us, guess what happens? We can level up to any height possible. As I'm looking out right now, I happen to be looking over the water. This is the place where I've got the water in the backyard. And boy, I can see a phoenix in the sky right now. There's definitely a phoenix energy coming through. So somebody here is rising from the ashes. I mean, it's very pronounced. It could also be an eagle or a hawk. So, oh, and there's cherubim in the sky too. Okay, so there's a lot happening today. Big energy today, actually. It is March the 12th. Big energy happening. We have Venus making moves, and the sun is about to make big moves as well. Come on over to Patreon again to see this extended video and or to learn more about astronomy and how it relates to astrology, right? So like that's really part of what I do. Big educator that way. So let's see, guys, a new beginning. Somebody here is walking right in the direction of new love, and it is you. There is big love coming through. There is a person that will be probably coming right to your house. They could be younger or you could be younger. And this is going to lead to that Six of Wands energy, to a lot of beautiful, beautiful, like success, victory, success. I used to have a tagline for my business, built for victory, until a gun company. You can believe it's like the most, like for me, it was like the most horrible thing ever. They trademarked it. I was like, seriously? Wow. Sorry, guys. I gotta tee it up. Oh, I've got the grandfather mug. You know what? When I split from everybody, I just took whatever I wanted because it was mine. I paid for everything. So, oh my God, you know what? I know who this is. Okay, anticipation, very interesting. The quail and the gooseberry, it's number 2. This high priestess is number 2. This could be actually a Pisces really coming through. I want hello. I gotta reach all the way over. I want my beautiful, yeah, this has to do with that high priestess, more of like the energy of listening to your intuition. Heidi is telling me something. I don't know, girl. Some of you are going to have a lot of choices in love, okay? You're going to have more than one choice. That's what's coming through pretty strongly. I'm going to take this over to the extended. And don't forget about my little humble brands here. I don't even have to wear perfume anymore because of this stuff. I literally smell like, I come out smelling like a rose, no matter whether it's the middle of the New Orleans sort of heat wave, or, you know, I'm on a plane full of people, or in an airport where I just like, you know, you got to go, like, if you ever go through ATL here in the States, the Atlanta airport, that's like a hub. If you go through there to do any connections, my God, you get on that train, it is packed. And you're like, oh, and then you have to try to get somehow off the train, through the crowd, off the train before the doors close. It's not easy. You might sweat a little bit. And this is thishumblebrands.com. I am loving it. About 14 days after I first posted about this, first included it in a video, Glamour magazine included it in one of their best of lists for 2024. You definitely have to try it out. It's good for girls, guys, non-binary. They've unscented. It's just the best. I love it so much. And they have like a lip balm, and they've got like body bars, and I even feel like I can use that body bar stuff in my hair. I'm going to let you know, like, because I love the one-stop thing. I know I'm very low maintenance that way, because your hair is your hair, you know, it's going to be what it is. As you can see, I do get treatments about every, I don't know, 3 months or so. I have to get a a chemical treatment. It used to be a chemical treatment. Now they call it, I think, a silk treatment or something. But my hair doesn't really look like this is pretty straight. It's never that way. It's not that way. It's different in a good way. All right, guys, I love you. Please come on over. Oh, the other side has something to say. Hold on, guys. I gotta tell you something. Okay, they're really coming through. All right, let's see. What is it? What do you have to tell us? Our angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. I hear you, but please verify what you need to tell us here before I leave and go over to the other side of Patreon. I just really wanted to go to Patreon, but they aren't letting me. Okay, why not? What's going on? Eight of Swords. And the Justice card. And the Judgment. Someone is stuck in a relationship here. They're also telling me that there's going to be a marriage for you in the future. If you're feeling stuck right now, this message is for you. If you're dealing with a divorce, this message is for you. There's love coming towards you, coming towards your home. Someone's coming towards you with a lot of love. Make sure that they're genuine, authentic. Wait 8 dates before you sleep with anybody. You're saying, yes, Mom. No, Mom. Who actually does that? Does anybody ever actually do that? I'd love to know if you really do that. Drop comments. Have you slept with someone on the first date? And like, it's okay if you have. Like, I'm not slut shaming anybody. I certainly couldn't slut shame a single person out there because of my own things. Those who live in glass houses, we are not going to be throwing any stones at anybody else. But I'd love to know if anybody out there has tried that strategy of like waiting until like, the 5th to 8th dates. I mean, I only say the 5th date is like because I have clients who are horny, they're like, I gotta have some sex. I'm like, don't do it on the first date. If you want to have even a shot at having this last, you can't do it on the first date. It like can't be the first date, guys. It can't be. It absolutely cannot be. You give it up, and then if you're a female, if you're the receiver, I should say it that way. If you're the receiver, the other party thinks you're going to give it up that easily for anybody else too. It's not their fault if they were born male, if they have male neurochemistry, their brain chemistry leads to that space, leads to there. So you have to like, kind of just give yourself and give them anticipation. There's a reason that came out. You got to let them, anticipate the good stuff. You can fool around. I'm not saying don't fool around, but just make sure you don't go all the way. Leave a little something to the imagination so that they can want you and desire you, and then the anticipation brings you together in a way that it's exciting, and you become a mystery, and you become exciting, and you become something great, and so do they. You do it for each other. Then you can sort of meet in the middle in a way. But you can't do it if you do that on the first date. It's over. There's no mystery. And it's only if they're like super sexual people would they want to come back for more. All right. Is there anything else that you wish to tell my beautiful Saggies before I move on to Patreon? Because we have to go over there because of time, my beautiful angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. I know there's no time on your end, but I'm physical. See. Okay. There's a message coming in. In fact, they're telling me that there's a message waiting for me in my inbox. So there could be one waiting for you in yours. And they are saying too that there's a spy. There's a spy in your midst. That's wonderful. Okay. There's a spy. So someone here, including me, could be being surveyed in their own home. There could be an ex watching you. There could be a stalker. There's something happening like that. And let me just say, as a person who's had 1 or 2 stalkers in my lifetime, I have a lot of 8th house placements, so it's pretty much impossible for me to not have them. just take yourself out of the space if you can, if you're dealing with a person in your physical life. If you're dealing with a cyber stalker, you can block them at every turn, but still go to the police and get the paper trail started, because it can go from cyber to physical pretty quickly if you don't put a stopper on that. I mean, if they can't find you, they don't know where you're at. They can't get to you, right? So go to someone else's house. You don't have to leave your area. And if you have a job that they know where you go for your job, just call into work and say that you're sick and wish to work remotely that week, and that you'd be happy to join any meetings through Zoom. I know it's not simple, and I know sometimes employers can be really jerks about that stuff. But just say you have, tell them you have COVID. Tell them you have whatever, some illness that you can't go into work because you like literally get everybody else sick too. So maybe you could do that if you need to like take yourself out of a routine to get someone off your trail. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But if it starts to get really bad, I'm going to say right now what you have to do. You have to move. You have to leave. I know that's inconvenient. I know that's not fair. It does not matter what's fair, because this world isn't fair. If you're female, the world's not fair. It's not going to be. You could die with a stalker. The statistics are staggering. So take yourself out of the equation any way you can. If it means moving back in with your folks or with a friend or even with an ex, okay? Just get away. Get away from wherever that person is that's been watching you, that's been obsessed with you, because the thoughts for them, if they're having those obsessive thoughts, the psychology is not pretty. And I don't even want to share with you what that is, because that's pretty scary. But they made me stop and wait, and they had more to tell me. Someone here could be stuck. They might be feeling there's also this is now coming through also. Oh geez, there's a lot of messages. I really have to go to the Patreon. I really, really do. I don't have the time. But guys, listen, there is somebody that sees, they've been watching you. You may not even know that they were watching you, and they see that you're stuck and they want to help you get out of that. They want to come in as a knight in shining armor, and I don't know that they have the best of intentions. Okay, so there's that coming through too. So be safe out there, my beautiful Saggies. You are powerful, beautiful goddesses and gods, and just no question about it. Whatever whoever you are, you have freedom is the thing you want. So don't trap yourself with people at all. Don't get into traps with people. Make sure that you're both equals in that way. That way you definitely start off at least on an even playing field. Anticipations here, we've got listen to your intuitions really coming out twice so far in this reading here. We're going to go to Patreon and dig a little deeper. The other side is screaming at me now, so we're going to have to go there and continue there. Bye guys.